All right, it is truly a pleasure to be here. My name is Jim Morris. It's nice. I have to just preface my remarks by saying it really is an honor to see this group and be with this group and witness folks who are caring and compassionate. It's interesting. Folks who care about their community and their schools, because I brought with me tonight, and there are copies available in the back of the room, data that show you three things about the schools, specifically in Sherman Oaks. And it's actually pretty fascinating data when you look at it. And I think what we see in this room reflects in that data. Because when I look at the test scores and the achievement levels of students at the elementary and middle schools and high schools in Sherman Oaks, you see this pattern since 1999, about a 7 to 8 year pattern of growth that's going in the right direction. When we look at the schools in this community, guess what? We know a couple of things. The schools are doing better and better and better and better in improving student achievement. But that only happens. I know I have teachers, teacher colleagues, and other folks who work for the school district. The truth is, this school district, as our board member said, has a lot that we need to do a better job at, and a lot of areas for improvement, and a lot of things that we can work together on. But we also know that we have some incredible teachers and administrators and support personnel who work tirelessly day after day to help our kids and help our kids improve. So I want to talk to you about three things, just so you'll know what my priorities have been for the last 2 years in District 2, and what I believe will continue to be the instructional priorities of the school district. Three things. And I brought data charts that you can look at, and they're there for you in the back, and it kind of shows this trajectory of things going up and up and up and up and up, getting better. Here's the three things I have said to the principals since I've been here. Here's what I'm really worried about. Number one, academic achievement. That's measured in the state of California by the API, the Academic Performance Index. Our schools, and when you look at the schools in your neighborhood, have continually gone up, pretty continuously for about the last 8 years. Second thing I've been really pushing with our administrators at our schools is in-seat attendance. We cannot educate children if we don't have them in school. And I can't tell you how proud I am that so many of the schools in this area, kind of the gold standard for students being in school is about 95%. On any given day, about 5% of the students we would expect to be ill or not at school for a legitimate reason. We want about 95% in-seat attendance children at school every day. And the data is also here to show that by focusing on that and working on that, we've improved in the Sherman Oaks schools in particular, the in-seat attendance. And the last area that I've been focusing on and really pushing our schools to improve is the reclassification or redesignation of English learners. We have a large number of students across the East Valley. About 50% of our students come to school and their home language is not English. They're not able to speak and be successful academically in English. Our job, get them in English quickly as possible, teach them in English as quickly as possible, and have them working at grade level in English as quickly as possible. And that's one of the accountabilities that I've held for the schools, is looking at their redesignation rate. How quickly, when a child comes to school not speaking English, can we have them proficient and achieving at grade level in English? And you'll see some pretty steady improvement in the schools in this neighborhood. Next thing I want to very quickly mention is another huge initiative, of course, has been safe schools and having safe environments for teachers and for students. And that only happens when you have an incredibly involved community like this one. So it really is a pleasure to see you here. But that is one of the things that we've been really working on, is establishing drop-off zones at our schools, trying to help be better neighbors, because we have a lot of problems at pickup and drop-off time at our schools. Second thing I want to talk about that's been a priority for us is truly community engagement and parent engagement, having the parents be really strong partners with our schools. And finally, one of the things that we're really concerned about right now, and our board member also talked about this, is the budget cuts and how that is going to affect and impact our schools. And that's something that we really need community folks to be aware of, to stay on top of, and really come with us as partners as we go through this spring budget season, because I don't know how, when we're 48 in the nation in funding for our public schools, how we can face a $460 million budget cut and continue to say to our schools, we have to do better. But we will, because that's our job. And so I guess with that, we'll leave it open for questions.